Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Today we're going to be checking out this, a 6-plug flush mount power strip. Power strip and flush mount don't always seem to go together, but that's okay because this is going to be part of a series that I'm working on. And there we go. There's everything. Yeah, this isn't your typical power strip. Yes, there are 3 outlets here and 3 outlets on top, as well as USB-C and USB-A outlets for us. So that means that we can charge everything under the sun, from cell phones to laptops and anything else we might need. We got this in a flush mount design like this because if you haven't already seen the videos, I'm building a console table and I want there to be an outlet on there so I can have all my phone chargers and whatnot up there along with our cup holders. And maybe we're breaking a couple of rules on the back of this box, but I'm not worried about that. This is going to be a flush mounted outlet that will just charge phones, things like that. And then this will then plug into the wall. The nice thing is that this is one of those flush mount ones so that you don't have to worry about it sticking out and then going everywhere. This will help to be nice and space saving, keeping everything as flush as possible. There's not a whole lot to this. It comes with the 2 screws you need to mount it in here, as well as it looks like a service pad, I don't know, as well as some notes about when and where to use it, how not to use it, things like that. But it didn't come with like a mounting guide or anything, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put this down on top of the wood surface I'm going to mount this on, and then just draw a circle around it, and then we'll bring this in and then draw a box inside of that. And then from there we'll go ahead and drill the holes, mount this inside, and yeah. If you're in an old home like me, things like knowing that this has a 3-prong outlet on the other side of this is important to know. Make sure that you do have a 3-prong outlet to plug this power strip into. And as you can see here, we have a little blue light showing that our USB ports are alive. The first thing I want to test out is our USB-C port with my USB-C plug that has a little display on it. So this lower one, fast charge, it looks like we're getting 15 watts out of that guy. And this is our lower outlet with the blue plug, whereas the upper one with the darker plug, this is slow charging at only 6.5 watts. That is pretty abysmal. Alright, let's move over to our USB ports. Granted, I don't have a way to track like how fast they're actually charging on USB. So we can see one looks like a 3.0 slot and one looks like a standard outlet. So we're going to go ahead and go with the standard one and see what it says here. We are charging, not even fast charging, 2.5 hours until full from 28% battery. So if we jump over to our other port, does this give us at least fast charging? Yep, fast charging, 1 hour, 20 minutes. So it's much faster. So looking at the specs on this, they do offer a 45 watt model, but this is the 20 watt model. So if you want more power to charge your devices faster, you'll want to make sure you're clicking the one that is a 45 watt model. They also have these cords here in a 6 and 10 foot length. I went with the 6 foot length. And honestly, these are really affordable at less than $30 right now. Let's go ahead and take you guys out to the shop. I'll show you the install process on this guy, and then we'll give a final review of this guy in the end. We are going to go ahead and install our power strip that's going to be recessed and flush mounted. This is meant to be mounted on a desk, so it's meant to stick up just a little bit, but I'm actually going to take a little bit out. It's going to be basically the whole shape of this thing to set so that this is completely flush. And then I'm actually going to center it. I have a 3-section couch. It's a sectional, and there's 3 sections. It's going to be centered in the middle one, so that you can basically get power from wherever any of the positions, rather than it being more to one side or the other. It's going to be centered in the middle one, which leaves it at about 1'5" to the center of this. So we'll have to measure that all out, and then we'll cut this guy in. So if you're installing this in a desk of your own, you can just stop right here where you've made this hole. No one will see this hole, no one's crawling under your desk. So it doesn't need to be super perfect or pretty. You can just throw that in there, put 2 screws in. But I want this to be completely flush. So I'm actually going to recess this just a little bit. I'm going to draw an outline here and then come and chisel all that out using our new oscillating tool. All right, so being kind of a beginning woodworker, I'm not great at things. I just kind of take on projects and do the best I can. As you can see, I kind of gouged a couple corners, things like that, but this will work. Look at that. Super smooth, super flush, everything. You can set a cup on here and it's not gonna tip over. That's kind of my biggest thing. Like granted, I don't want to spill drinks into here. That could be problematic, but I wanted it flush. And so now we got it flush with using that chisel bit. I probably should have drilled out these corners with like the right size drill bit, but I was too lazy to go get the right size drill bit. All right, these screws are so little, make sure you don't lose them in the process. If you're going into like a thin desk or something that might be brittle or fragile, it might be worth pre-drilling for these, but where I'm going into some big old 2x6s, I think I might be okay. So we're just gonna go ahead and drop this guy in here like that. And then we take our screws, feed them into the hole and screw her down. All right, and now we're flush and ready to install this in the living room. All right, there it is. Let's take a closer look. So we have our flush mount power outlet. We'll go ahead and just plug it into our outlet right here. And then you can see we notched all this out. I notched out too much here, but it's better to have too much out than too little. So there we go. Baseboards fit great. And now we can slide our couch in and it will be level with the top of this guy here. All right, and it is now installed along the wall back here. I purposely left this short because this chair reclines and it always runs into the wall over here. So now when you recline, it doesn't hit the wall and we got space and everything. We can still put a cup up there. We can charge our phones, everything we need right there. All right, there you go. That is the flush mount power outlet and power strip, whatever you want to call it. Works great. We've been using it for probably a week now, and it is so useful. The charging cable is in like the perfect place to where like if my wife needs to charge it, she can pull it. She likes to sit on that like chaise section on the right. I like to sit in the recliners, so like we can just switch the cable on either side, or we can have our own charging cable and it's all within reach. It's also, I didn't even think about it, it's the perfect place to like keep your Xbox controllers charged up. I did think about building it originally out of like a 2x4, but I was like, it's not quite big enough for what I want, and like putting a big old hole in there for that charging port, I worried that a 2x4 might become a little too flimsy. So 2x6s worked great and it looks fantastic. It can work great for your desk, for a table, anything, anywhere you want to put this. It's super easy to install. It's nice that it has 20-watt charging. While they do offer a higher power output, the 20-watt will get most everything done aside from charging major things like actively charging a laptop while it's being used and things like that. But for your phones, tablets, anything else that runs USB, USB-C, it should be able to provide more than enough power at 20 watts. I really like that it has like those lower outlets. It'll be perfect for things like a lamp or for like if you have a PC that's underneath your desk, or if you have like a standing desk, all of the electrical components can plug into that, keeping everything tucked up and away. You don't have to worry about cords getting tangled, and then you have just that one power cord running to wherever your outlet is. If you have any questions about this guy, I'll have links to it down in the description below, but you can also leave your questions in the comments section. I am an Amazon affiliate, so using those links do help to support this channel with no additional cost to you. I'll also have links in the description to the other 2 videos that I made on this, one for the oscillating tool and one dedicated to just building the console table. So go ahead and check out those links down in the description below, and thank you so much for watching. In a day of shorts, reels, TikTok, Snapchats, snake knack, paddywhack, thanks for giving this old dog a bone and watching my full-length video. If you made it this far in the video, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next one.